it's my supposition that humanness, caring, attention to the fates of others, ability to transfer loyalty, ability to plan, that all of these things which make us less than angels but more than animals were somehow tied up with our relationship to hallucinogenic plants, especially mushroom, in prehistory. And last night I talked about it in a sort of nuts and bolts manner, the way you would if you were trying to convince an Evolution 101 course that psilocybin could have an impact on primate evolution. But I think because of who this audience is, because of the fact that so many people in this room at this moment have been on the inside of the experience, that we can talk about it in a slightly less rational and more emotive way. And so that's what I'd like to try and do. And what I mean by that is, you know, the strange thing to my mind about psilocybin is that it speaks. The mushroom has this peculiar ability to present itself as a voice in the mind. And as somebody who has tried a lot of these psychopharmacological agents, they all do many different things, but this is unique. It's not ordinarily the characteristic of a chemical compound that it can hold a conversation with you. And yet this is, I think, the generalized experience of people who push very hard, or even slightly hard, on the mushroom. Well, when you look back into the history of Western thought, you discover that, exotic as this notion is, it isn't completely unfamiliar in the Western tradition. That up until the advent of Christianity and in the intense religious foment of the immediate centuries preceding the triumph of Christianity, there was this generalized notion in the West of what was called the Logos. And the Logos was a teaching voice, an inner prompting, a speaking thing. And the goal of religious life and even sport and exercise